Let's take a look at the dollar yen for the upcoming August 27th session. We're doing this recording a little early during the Asian session to see if we can take advantage of some of the Asian price market moves. Maybe it'll give us a good setup for the Frankfurt, London, New York sessions upcoming. So again, we just want to remember from the daily chart that we're just in some choppy up and down price action. Again, as we've mentioned before, all the reason to make sure that we're taking some profit off the table in a very methodical, conscientious way, taking a larger portion for a smaller amount of pips. Same thing as you get down on this 4-hour chart, you can see it's down, up, down, but you can see we're starting to get a little bit of pattern here of higher highs. And that's a fairly bullish sign. Also that these highs are higher than this area right here. Still up and down, up and down, up and down. We want to be taking our profit off the table and leaving some to run if it's going to. The 1-hour chart, still look at that, up and down, up and down, up and down. And when we take a look at this on the 1-hour chart, you can see MACD is pretty neutral. It's right in here on the waterline. Slightly bullish because it's to the upside. And again, we're seeing some higher highs come in here on the 60-minute chart. As we get down to the 30-minute chart, we're going to keep our eye on a couple things here on this 30-minute chart. We're going to keep our eye on this trend line. And this is a very gentle sloping trend line that makes the trend line fairly strong. So we're going to keep our eyes on two things. One, as the MACD histogram again maybe perhaps begins to cross up over the neutral line, which is the neutral line is the line that's here really between the upper bars and the lower bars. It's almost imaginary, but it's the point at where it crosses it, like right here. So what we're going to watch for is when the histogram gets right on that waterline, if we get a cross above, like we see right here. And if we get a cross above that, we're actually thinking about taking a long because we've had some higher highs through here and looking to see if we can break out of these tops and get a nice pop. The other reason we're going to watch that if we're not around when that doesn't happen, or it happens too quickly, or there's not or maybe it pops 80 or 90 pips very quickly and we're too big of a stop for a 30-minute chart. If we do get a close below this trend line that's developing nice and gradually on a 30-minute chart, we would like that for a sell. Again, because we're still in a channel, we'd still be a good distance away from the bottom. And that would give us an opportunity to get into a nice sell and track it right back to the bottom of this channel. And like we've been saying all week, price has been consolidating. We'd be wanting to take some of our money off the table as we approach within 5-8 pips or so here of these lows, leaving some on to see if it continues on through. But the indicators are kind of all over the place, a lot of neutrality in here. So we're really going to look to see if we can get a nice trend line break like on this level right here. Be happy with 20 pips if we get it, because that's what the market is like. If you take a look at this recent period of consolidation over the last couple days that we've been in. And it's important that you do that you take a look and say, what's market activity like? Understand the trading week being thin volume. We could have some explosive moves. Take our time and patiently wait for a nice, clean, solid trend line break like we've talked about here. Or an experienced trade. An experienced trade I'm talking about is watching for that histogram to close above here, be bullish, slightly bullish like it was right here. And if you look up, there's a candle. It's a reasonable candle to get in on the next candle, and then maybe write it out for 15 or 20 pips as it tries to at least come up to the top of the channel. Again, these are a little bit tighter markets. Some people are having some harder times. I've been getting some emails. They said they've been getting stopped out. We'll discuss stops in another video, but that's because it's consolidation, and you can see of all the whippiness in there. And again, when you take some money off the table, you're in a completely powerful place in your trading because you're essentially in a free trade, much better than moving your stop up to dead even or +1 and being one of those 1-pip wonders. And again, we'll talk about how to avoid doing that in an upcoming video. So that's going to be a wrap on what we're looking for on the dollar yen in the upcoming session. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow.